Families of victims of the infected blood scandal have claimed their loved ones were being used for research. Campaigners say historic notes in medical records show some patients in the 1970s and 1980s were given blood plasma treatment which doctors knew might be infected. Sky's health correspondent Ashish Joshi is here to tell us more. Ashish, so when has this come to light and what exactly are we talking about here?
These are documents which were presented to the infected blood inquiry over the last 4 or 5 years. Now what researchers, campaigners and families, bereaved families have done is managed to piece together a timeline of events which prove that clinicians who were using patients to take part in these trials secretly, without the patient's consent, without informing families, knew that there were risks, inherent risks in using this factor VIII blood product, which carried a high risk of infecting their patients with hepatitis. Now, these trials continued despite the risks, and now campaigners have been able to put together documentation which proves their claims. So we're seeing this body of evidence being gathered ahead of the infected blood inquiry report, which will be published on May the 20th, putting more pressure, hopefully, on the government, because this is what campaigners have been fighting for the last 40, 50 years. They've known that their families, instead of being treated by the NHS, were actually, they have this body of clinicians who knew about these risks and continued to treat and trial these products on patients without them knowing.
And the big report coming?
On May the 20th, Sir Brian Langstaff's report will be published on May the 20th. It's been 40, 50 years in the making, but this report was commissioned in 2017, started in 2018, and finally, for so many thousands of people, this could be their day.
Ashish, as always, thank you.